Good morning and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this morning with Chuckie and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Chuckie's ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands, the correction and the motivation that we give the puppies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any correction, and the only correction that is used here at school is a little tug and release on the training collar. And you will see that during the course of the video. If Chuckie's not doing what's expected of him and what he's been taught, Rich will give him that little tug and release along with a verbal command. Now Chuckie is sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper leash walking, and the command is Chuckie heel. Now at this point, Chuckie has a job to do, and that is to stay even with your left leg during walks. And I know you live in a very busy neighborhood, so this is going to be a very important exercise for you. And as much as possible, you want to keep him focused on you. When you stop walking, whether it's to cross traffic or talk to someone on the street, he has been taught to sit automatically without being told, to wait for his next command. And he's doing a great job, and we have worked him around other dogs and with distraction, and he still did really well. Now the next exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is the sit-stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, we do not use his name. The long sit-stay in basic obedience training is for 1 minute, working up to 3 minutes, and you're to practice this exercise indoors as well as outdoors. This helps to develop self-control. When Rich returns back to him as an added distraction, he walks all the way around him, returns back to that heel position, and then Chuckie expects to get another command, and they take off heeling again. So you're going to lengthen out your sit stays. Your stationary exercises are important for developing his self-control, his maturity, his ability to focus and pay attention, because he is a puppy. Now, he didn't sit right away, so you saw Rich give that little tug that I told you about and repeated the command, sit. Now this time, instead of Rich returning all the way back to him, we're going to demonstrate the come on command. The command is Chuckie, come. You lighten your tone of voice, and he should come right in front of you and sit, facing your knees. And that eliminates all the jumping and the crazy behavior that he will still do if he can get away with it. He just knows that he can't. We have lots of tips for keeping these exercises fresh with him at home. Rich is going to go over all of the ways that you can incorporate these exercises into your everyday living situations when he brings him home tomorrow. Nice automatic sit. Stay. Make him hold his commands a little bit in between each one. And again, Rich is going to call him. See, he uses his name on anything that he wants to get his attention and he wants to focus. So your heel and your come. And he gets a good loving for praise and positive reinforcement. Now the next exercises that we're going to be demonstrating for you, you're going to use a lot, and those are your down commands. He's getting a little frustrated. I can just see it by his body language. Now with your puppy seated at your left, you take your left open palm, push it straight down toward the ground, and give the one-word command to down. And then you tell him to stay. Now your long down stay, typically the dogs will hold longer than their sit stay. We don't want them picking up things off the ground. This is an obedience exercise. You're going to start out at about 1.5 to 2 minutes and work all the way up to 5 minutes. When Rich returns back to him, he will walk all the way around him again, just as he did on the sit stay, returning back to heel Everything starts and stops at that heel position. He's such a cutie. Again, Rich will demonstrate that down from a heel position.
Down. No. Down. Down. Stay.
Now he's got his nose planted on the ground about something, totally not paying attention. But if you notice, that gives you an opportunity to see how we correct him when he's not doing what you're asking him to do. Rich calls him out of that command, brings him right in and has him sit, and then he goes back to heel. Of course, it always happens that when we turn the camera on, the dog does the worst that he's done in 2 weeks. Now this time we're going to demonstrate the down from a distance. So you leave your dog in a sit-stay, you turn to face him. You're going to use your right hand to give the command and drop him into a down.
No. Down. Stay.
Now we have demonstrated for you all of Chuckie's formal obedience commands. Your heeling, your automatic sit, your sit-stay, your down from a heel, your down from a distance, and your come. These are the exercises that you're going to work on with Chuckie when Rich brings him home tomorrow, and he'll answer any questions that you have about your indoor behaviors, anything at all that you need, and we're always here to help, so keep us posted on how you're doing at home. We've enjoyed having Chuckie, and thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.